I discovered that there was a purse on his table and he was making call. Because as he was speaking on phone, he got carried away. I took the purse stylishly, professionally. I left the restaurant. And that was when they came out, they saw me outside, they picked the purse from my pocket and they beat me. Like, they beat me seriously. Good day, Auntie Inoye. Thank you for this opportunity that you give me to come here to narrate my story so I could be able to get advice from people. I really appreciate it. May God bless you abundantly. I'm from a home whereby let me just start with I lost my dad at a very tender age. A very tender age, whereby my mom was helpless and I'm the first child of the family. I have 3 siblings. So my dad family neglected us. They abandoned us. The same thing applies to my mom family too, based on the fact that they don't support the marriage in the first place. So that's how we live our life. And now my mom tried her possible best to put something on the table, but sometimes you go ahead and do all these, try to do dirty jobs. So she tried everything she could to put something on the table, to give us food. As at that time, say she does not even, because me, I was in primary 3, I've already stopped going to school because she could not afford the money. She could not afford it at all. So we had to stop going to school. We are just home. Whatever thing we see, we eat. She will be the one to provide it for us. So when she was unable to now get job, we started stealing. Like I said, we were living in Face Me I Face You apartment, in a slum like that in Lagos. So we were living our life like that. We steal things. Sometimes it could not be food, not just food alone. Sometimes it could be item that we take it out to sell and convert it to money that we use it to buy food. All of us will be okay. So as at that moment, we don't even care of what will happen aftermath. But what we care of is way of survival, just to eat. And we kept on doing this. I think there was a time one woman wanted to drink garri, so she brought the garri outside. So when she got outside, when she discovered that she did not bring sugar, so she now dropped the garri outside, hoping to go inside and bring sugar. My mommy sighted this, and she quickly picked the garri and she ran inside. Nobody saw her. So when the woman now came outside, she was now like, who carry her garri? She started shouting, shouting. Nobody said anything. So eventually she left. When they did not notice anything, so everybody went on their various ways, and we locked ourselves inside. We drank the garri and we were okay, because what we just want is just to put something in our tummy, which we did. Things still go like that. We started stealing. Like me, as a young guy, like as a young boy like that, I now see stealing as my hobby. Sometimes we even, like I said, is a Face Me I Face You, whereby people use general kitchen. Sometimes when people are cooking like that, my mom can just dish some portion of soup. It could be rice, it could be any source of food.
Are you sure this is your true life story? Yeah.
I cannot. In fact, it's when I land that where I'm going to, because this is in fact where I land, you will know exactly what brought me here. So as I was saying, sometimes it could be soup. She will just get some portion of soup from someone's pot and handed it over to me. I'll take it inside. Sometimes it could be rice. So once we get that soup, we'll now be looking for what we will use to eat that soup. We'll take it inside. Nobody knows how we will survive, because nobody is even ready to support us. No one is ready to support us. In that regards, I don't know what happened. We all don't know what happened.
Does it mean that your mom don't have relatives?
Yeah, my mom have relatives, but the only thing is that because they already said they don't support the marriage between her and my dad. And that was one of the reasons why they abandoned her too. They told her that she's ready to face the consequence because they already told her not to go into such marriage. She was adamant to it. So let her face every consequence that comes out in it. And that is exactly what we were facing. They left us alone to do whatever things we want to do. They don't even want to be concerned of what is going on. And we kept on living our life as it is. That is how we go from the cooking pot of everyone. And like I said, not just food alone that we also steal items too. So once we steal items like that, we take it to a very far place to go and convert it to money. And once we get the money, we bring it in and we use it to eat food. The only thing we just think of is just eat. Once we eat, everything is done. Fine, we are owing the landlord a year plus. And that landlord, God will bless that landlord anywhere he is. So my landlord was a very nice man. In fact, that man did his possible best to make us comfortable in that house, despite the fact that we are owing a year plus in that house. So my mommy used to tell her that she should just give us some time, that she knows that she has been the one taking care of these children since our dad. That she know that she shouldn't worry. He shouldn't worry that anytime she get the money, she will definitely pay. That she's even happy that she gave them some times and all that. So the landlord will say okay. So there was a time to me and my mom, we were at the bus stop. So it was my mom that cited the money at the pocket of one man like that. So my mom quickly whispered to me. So while she whispered to me, I know what to do. So she now stood beside that man and started distracting. They were not talking, no, but she was distracting and she was doing something that would make that man get distracted. So while that man got distracted, me I now professionally picked the money from that man's pocket. And we left there stylishly. So we took that money home. My siblings were happy. We ate nice food. Everybody was good. And it was perfect. So on the long run, my mom started developing issues in her body. She was sick. So I used to get her drugs. So I was now left alone. I was the only one now going hunting, just to make my siblings be okay. And her too, to get drugs for her. So along the line, she eventually passed on. To cut the long story short, she passed on after trying to, to get her comfortable, get her back on her feet, And the only place where I'm getting this survivor from is still from, because you get to a stage whereby if I did not in a day, I'm not comfortable. I've seen it as a passion, as an hobby, as something that if I can't do without. So the landlord now came to meet us after the dismiss of my mom. He was now like, okay, he's gonna give us like 6 months to spend here for free. That if we stay 6 months extra and we discover that we cannot able to pay for the house rent, then we can vacate from the building. And we appreciate it. Then I was so happy. I prayed for him, and that was it. So our life still continued the way it was. I still continue from people, taking care of my family, taking care of my siblings, and taking care of myself too. So there was this fateful day that I told my because that a night before we did not eat anything. We slept hungrily. So I now promised my siblings the following day that they should not worry. That as I'm going to try my possible best to make sure I come home with something, and that was a promise I made to them. But to God may have it. After walking up and down, I almost walk everywhere on the street of Lagos. It's just as if people knows I was coming. They were extremely cautioned, like they were. I don't know, as if they knows. I don't know. I can't really tell. But I did not. After walking up and down, stressing myself, I could not get anything. I was so tired, and it was under the sun. The sun was so sunny that day, extremely sunny. But I had no choice because I was thinking of my siblings at home. That if I go home now, what would they eat? There, while I was thinking about it, I just cited a restaurant. I said, well, let me just go enter this restaurant. Let me just go and rest for a while. At least, let me rest for a while. So getting there, as I entered, I just sighted a man. When I sighted that man, I discovered that there was a purse on his table, and he was making call. You understand? And it's just as if it's just as he hasn't eaten yet. As I was looking at him, it was obvious that he has ordered for food, but they've not given to him yet. I just said, let me just go and sit down beside this man. So because as he was speaking on phone, he got carried away because that call was a business call. From the way he spoke, it was a business call. So that call took 100% of his attention. So I sat there and I did my possible best. I didn't even know that there was a person there watching over me. I didn't know that someone was watching over me. So eventually I took the purse stylishly, professionally. I left the restaurant. Few seconds after I left, the man discovered that he was looking for his purse. So they now he alarmed it, and everyone was like, could it be that is this boy that just went out now, that took the purse? So being a young boy, I wasn't even smart enough like that I just thought that since I've taken the money, so I just think of way forward on how to spend it, and it never even occurred to me that I need to leave that premises. You understand? And that was when they came out. They saw me outside. They picked the purse from my pocket and they beat me, like they beat me seriously.
Continue.
So they beat me seriously, and I was brutalized. Like, so that woman that saw me while I was picking the purse, she was the one that rescued me from them. So she now took me to the hospital. She paid my bill. She was watching over me. She now asked me a question. That, do you know that I saw you when you picked the purse? I just don't want to talk. Because she was still she as a mother, she doesn't want a situation whereby if she talk, they may injure me. And what she was even afraid of was what eventually happened to me later. So she now said that what led me to it. I now told her my story, that this was what happened and all that. She now said, okay, that does it mean that I didn't go to school at all? I said, no, that I did not go to school, but I was in basic 3 when my dad died. And since then my mom was not capable enough to send me to school. So thereafter, me and my siblings were home. We didn't go anywhere. So we were just looking for way of survival. So what she saw me doing was the way we live to survive. So she's now told me that if I see somebody that will send me to school, will I go to school? Will I study? I said, yes, I will. I'll be very, very happy to go to school because I really, really want to go to school. She sent me to school, not just only me, but my siblings too. So she was the one that took care of us going to school, up and down and all that. And even while going to school, I was still, because like I said, it has been even with whether I need these things or I did not need it. But for the fact that it's something that my system is used to, my body is used to, my mind is used to, I cannot do without it. It's my hobby. Whether I need it or not, I will still make sure that maybe I should call it as a fun, I don't know, or hobby or habit. It's just an habit of me. So to God may have it, I went to university, I graduated. There was a time when I was in the university that in fact this almost led to embarrassment, a lifetime embarrassment. But what will I do? If not for my friend that rescued me, my roommate, my hallmate that rescued me, because I in school premises, they were in fact they beat me, They beat me, If not for those my hallmates, I would have been a person by now. But because God already destined that I'm going to graduate, you understand? In fact, That was how I was able to escape through. I finished the school. I got a good job. And I was even promoted within a couple of time. Top management for that matter. So even in the office where I was, in the company where I was, I still low. Me that was collecting big money. I collect big money as a salary. Despite collecting huge amount of money as a salary, I still steal. Now the question is, this thing I'm saying, what do I need it for? Do I need it? The answer is no. But why am I doing it? I don't know. And this thing, what brought me here was this. There was this particular woman that came to do something, that came to do transaction in my company. So after finishing with what she came for, she now said she wanted to use the restroom, which she went to. They showed him where the restroom was. She went there. She used the restroom. So while she was in the restroom, I don't know, this spirit just came into me again and said, open her bag, pick her money. What I said, I was trying to fight it, but I couldn't. At the end of the day, I did what I did what I was used to. I opened her bag, I picked her purse, then I picked the money that was there. And I acted as if nothing happened. Then when she came out from the restroom, she just greeted people, and said she was going. She picked her bag and she left. So while she left the premises, that was when she saw something that captured her attention that they needed to buy. She got that thing, and while she wanted to pay, that was when she discovered that there was no money in her bag. She quickly ran back into our office, because she knows that before she left for the restroom, there was money in her bag. She was ranting. She was shouting. It led to embarrassment, because there some other customers were still there. Because they were saying that this thing that you are saying was not in this office. That it could be possible that you not bring this money to this office. Maybe you lost this money before you enter this company, or you enter this office along the line, not this same office. Some people were even saying, some customers were saying that you did not bring, madam. In fact, some customers, there's a specific customer said that wanted to even fight on behalf of the company, telling the madam that she did not bring the money, not in this office. So the top manager now make decision that we should go and consult the CCTV camera. Consulting the CCTV camera was where I saw the shame of my life. When they opened the CCTV camera, that was when they saw that it was me that stole the money. And does not even end there. In fact, when they saw it, they were like, they should go back again. They need to see something. They went ahead and seeing the previous one and saw that this is not even the only thing I've been stealing. I've been stealing all this while, and they got disappointed. Even the man that fought on behalf of the company too. The man that fought on behalf of the company too was embarrassed. That what? They did not even know that me, as a person, I can do this. They were so ashamed. They had to beg the woman, begged her and told her to please, and even gave her an extra money, because they don't know what will happen, so that she might not go outside and be saying bad thing about the company. So the woman go, and the company now had a conference meeting over me. They told me that they give me an indefinite suspension. An indefinite suspension, which means I may not come back to that company again. They say I may not come back to that company again because it's 50-50. Now where am I going to start from? They asked me to go and stay home, that they will call me when they need me.
So now how long have you been staying at home?
Now I've been staying at home now for the past 3 months. I'm tired of this thing. There are some things. In fact, this is not the kind of life I want to live. I've been doing it when I was a child. I don't even know that it's not good. But because it was my mom that led me into it, I see it as a fun. Even when I don't want to do it, something will just tell me, go and do it. And it is when I finish doing it, the thing will now occur to me that, why did you do it? Please, my people, I'm begging. That is why I'm here. I just need your advice. I need your advice. I've tried everything in my power, in my inner man to stop this. I did not. I couldn't fight it. Please just kindly drop your advice in the comment section. I'll appreciate it. I just need a solution to my predicament.
Okay, my people. You people have heard everything and I don't see them, I don't hear them. Since they happen, since they really happen. So many people you see on the street, they are depressed. They are going through a lot. Now the question is it a spiritual something? Or is it that the mother just led him into it? Please drop your opinions on the comment section and drop your suggestions as well. Thank you very much.